Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Joshua Aura. I teach CPA at RCM College, and today I'm so happy to be seated next to a mheshimiwa. Even before I introduce him, ni mheshimiwa ambaye anasema two-term, not for the national government, to be able to explain, but for himself, given the kind of work that he has done in Kakamega County Assembly. He is currently the Speaker of Kakamega County Assembly. Mheshimiwa, karibu sana. Ungeanza kwanza kwa kujiintroduce ndio hawa waweze kujua wana deal na nani.
Asante sana Bwana Aura. Jina langu ni James Namatsi. James Namatsi ni Speaker wa Kakamega County Assembly. Yeye pia ni advocate wa High Court of Kenya. Lakini pia anaenda mpaka huko Supreme Court. Sikia High Court si hapa, mpaka Supreme Court tunafanya kazi huko. Hiyo ni profession yangu. I'm also a father and a husband. Husband of one.
Husband of one.
Yes.
That's a very good clarification. Thank you so much, Speaker. Now, as the Speaker of the Kakamega County Assembly, and I can see you're not that old. Of course, you're not a Gen Z, but I mean, you are there.
Yes.
Great. What inspired you to join leadership and public service?
I've always had that passion of being a leader and a speaker for that matter. Because I remember in class 5 at Eluche Primary School where I schooled, I became the debate prefect. So we are debating with class standard 7, standard 6, those senior people, but I was the debate prefect. So I was moderating the house so as to speak at that early age. So I started having that passion much earlier, and I grew up with it until right now. By God's grace, I'm the Speaker of Kakamega County Assembly.
Thank you so much. All right. Great, that's a very good response. Now, whenever we hear about county assemblies, I mean, we hear, or rather we associate county assemblies with a lot of noise, chaos. How would you rate the performance of Kakamega County Assembly in general? Is it chaotic like the others?
No, Kakamega County Assembly is very organized. It's one of the best organized. And it did not just come by chance. There's a lot of work that we put in before we reach there. Of course, there's always diversity of minds. We have the people from different political angles. We have different political parties at play. So you'll find that these are politicians. And the Kakamega Assembly, for your information, Aura, it is the third largest assembly in Kenya.
Wow.
That is after the National Assembly, which has the MPs, and then Nairobi County Assembly, which has around 140 MCAs. We come there third, with the 90 MCAs. Okay. So we are the third in Kenya.
It's huge.
Not county assemblies, but assemblies in general.
In general.
Yes. Tunashinda hata Senate kwa wingi.
Kwa wingi. Oh, okay.
Senate are only 60, we are 90.
And
so when you have those diversity of mind, it needs good leadership for it to have no noise all over.
Thank you so much. Great. So then what are the biggest achievements of the Kakamega County Assembly under your leadership so far?
Yes. When we came to this assembly in 2022, September, we found as the assembly it had pending bills of over 800 million. 800 million to a county assembly is quite huge.
A lot of money.
However, we have managed to reduce those pending bills to now slightly under 300 million.
Wow.
It means that we've been able to knock off most of those debts, and now here we are, 300 million.
Okay.
We had, in terms of administration, we had our reports, our audit reports from the Auditor General used to be with a lot of queries, over 200 pages. I remember the first audit report I made had over 200 queries. And it was a booklet, 200 pages we could read, and you think, is this a Bible or whatever? However, we have managed to scale those audit queries to only 3 major queries, which are actually out of our control. For example, if somebody tells you that why are you paying more salaries at more than 35%, you know, that's very little we can do, because already people are getting salaries,
Yes.
and we are getting money from the exchequer, which is capped at a certain amount. Will you reduce the salary of someone
No.
to be able to have 30% or 35%?
No.
We can't. The other query that we normally have right now is ethnicity. Why have we employed more people from one ethnic community as compared to why don't we have a third coming from other regions?
Yes.
And of course, historically, you know very well that counties by their very nature, they were put along tribal lines. For example, you'll find Kakamega has the Luyas, Kisii has the Kisis.
Yeah.
So you'll not find many Luyas actually being employed in Kisii. It cannot work. You will not find many Luyas being employed in Kiambu. It cannot work. Kisumu, you'll find the Luos as the predominant. Those are the questions that keep on recurring, which there's nothing you can do about.
Okay.
However, we as the Assembly, I'm satisfied that it's running very well and very transparently and very credible.
Okay. Now that you've spoken about transparency, Mheshimiwa, can you kindly tell us what you do to ensure transparency and accountability in the county leadership?
Yes, the first thing is that we have refused to be intimidated by authorities outside the Assembly, so that we follow what the law says. I remember there was a time when we had various interferences from the political parties. You find a political party wakes up and says, you get a letter from outside saying that now from today the majority leader is supposed to be so and so. You say, but how? Did you follow the due process? No. Then how do you want just to change? So when we respond that, they take us to court. We go to court and tell them, no, this is the law. You are following the law. For you to change leadership at the Assembly, you don't get letters from elsewhere.
Okay.
It is the majority, the people themselves, the MCAs, who are supposed to sit and say, let us change our leadership. And we insisted on that. And I'm happy to say that after we became firm, the court actually said, yeah, you are right, that is the law. And even the leaders themselves, Honorable Sifuna is my friend. He's the one who was writing those very, very serious letters, yeah, saying that can you change the leadership according to what Nairobi says? We said, no, we can't hear what Nairobi says when we have our own members of county assemblies from that particular majority. But let them sit and decide. Once they decide, I have no problem. I'm happy. When now it came to changes in the minority side, it is the minority parties in the assembly, that's the MCS themselves, who went and they met and said, we are changing, this will be now our current minority leader will be Honorable Titus Kwama. Our chief whip will be Honorable Sasita. And they brought that letter through the chief whip. We were very happy, and I, as the speaker, endorsed it very quickly and said, this is the position. The power belongs to the MCS, who are supposed to govern themselves. They're not supposed to be governed by elsewhere. Because if we start yielding to pressure from outside, That's when now transparency disappears through the window, and accountability is eaten for breakfast.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa, for such an elaborate response. Now, we are seeing all over Kenya, the young people trying to join this competitive race of becoming MCAs. Now, at your senior level, given that you aspired to become a leader from those very, very young ages, and God has been very faithful to you by giving you that chance, what message do you have for the youth of Kakamega County who want to join politics and leadership today?
Yes, let them be patient and let them continue being good from wherever they are, from that very, very young age. Because leadership is actually given from God. So let them be patient. Let them not think that when you become a leader, it's a place for you to eat. No, it's not. We as MCAs, we are the most least paid in the country. Our salaries are very low. And yet we are being called the big name Mheshimiwa. But when you reach there, you find many people reach there and they say, no, I left my big job at the United Nations, coming to be a member of parliament, and this is what I'm getting. So, but that's what SRC says, and it has not changed. So we have to be here. So there's not, it's not all that rosy as you many leaders will think. But when you come and you focus to serve the people, you will be satisfied with whatever little that is given, and you'll be very at peace with yourself, and you'll give what the people say, what the people require, and you're likely to even be re-elected as an MCA or a representative of that people for another term.
Okay.
However, when you come there expecting that now this is my place, now I want to eat, you'll be very disappointed, and it will not be a rosy picture for you.
Great. Of course, that's a very good advice for all these young people who are aspiring to go to these big offices. When you go there with a lot of appetite, you may end up being misused. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa, for that. Now, of course, as MCAs, you are oversighting the executive, which is being led by the governor. How does the county assembly work with the governor to improve service delivery for the people?
Our role, we have a very clear division of roles, separation of powers. The executive's role is to execute the policies and the laws that we have passed as the assembly, or those passed by the national government to deal with county. They're also supposed to implement the budget. Our role as the assembly is threefold: legislation, oversight, and representation. Once you understand that each of you have the roles, you will have peace with the executive. There will be no constant wrangles with the governor, as you find in many of these assemblies, whereby you find the next time the speaker wants to be the governor. You find surely you are not following your role. Now you want something bigger. Be satisfied with what you have. Do what you are supposed to do and do it well, and the governor will do what he's supposed to do, and there'll be everything will be okay. So everybody let him stick to his lane, and you will be very, very much in order.
Now, they tell us outside here that if you want to be loved, go out there and sell ice cream. Mheshimiwa, you're not selling ice cream. You cannot be loved by everybody. How do you handle criticism from the public and the political opponents as a person?
By the very nature of office, nobody can like what you do 100%. In fact, it would be very wrong as a leader for you to be loved by everyone 100%. If you are loved 100%, then you are not a leader. There's something that is wrong somewhere. Because as a leader, you must have you can make mistakes, and you should accept to be criticized. And when you are criticized, take them positively and improve. However, if you look at criticism and find that any form of criticism you now want to fight, you are brooding over it, then you are not a leader. I take criticism positively as a way to ensure that I correct, so that I improve on myself, so that next time I don't repeat that mistake. So anybody criticizing me, I welcome those criticism. I look at that criticism and see, is it just malicious, or there was a point in it? If there is a point in it, take it up, correct, so that don't repeat that mistake. Kwa sababu Kiswahili wanasema kufanya makosa si kosa, lakini kurudia makosa
ndio kosa.
Kosa.
Thank you so much. Social media, of course, has now a very big impact on what is happening, of course, in Kakamega and the country at large. If, for example, you have not done your roads very well, somebody will go and pick a video of that poor road, and they'll be able to post this on TikTok, and it'll be able to get enough views. Now, Mheshimiwa, what role does social media play in connecting leaders with Mwananchi today, actually, with Wananchi today?
Social media is good, and in fact it has woken up many leaders, so that you don't sleep on your job, because once you start sleeping on your job, somebody will pick it up and it will be viral. You will not know where it started and where it's ending. So I like social media in that it has kept us on our toes, so that you are always accountable for your action, knowing very well that whatever you do, somebody else, you don't know who is watching you. So you have always to do the right thing. So social media is good, because through social media, we are also now able to tell our good acts that we are doing, so that everybody can also be able to see. In fact, social media is now so strong that you ignore it at your own risk.
Okay. So finally, Mheshimiwa, what is your vision for the future of Kakamega County now that you are talking about two-term for you?
Yes, Kakamega County, we have a lot of vision. First, we want to make it debt-free. Remember we came with 800 million as our debt. We want to come and ensure that we see if we can make it 0-0 balance as we leave the assembly for other things that God may create for us. But when our time comes, they should be able to say, he found this in such a debt, but now we are here. I also want to look at a time when the participation of members is more robust. Remember when we came in, for 10 years, the Assembly of Kakamega, the first 10 years, it had done less than 10 acts of legislation over 10 years. But for the 4 years I've been here, I'm proud to tell you that we have now 22 legislations.
Okay.
Within 4 years. We have already doubled what was done in the 10 years. So I will want to reach a time where I give to Kakamega County residents enough laws to govern themselves on all aspects, which is our primary role of legislation. It's good that I'm a lawyer, and we have led this very, very well from our legal background. It has really assisted us.
All right.
The third thing I would like to leave Kakamega with is the construction of the assembly. Right now, when you look at our assembly, it is like a museum. So it was built in 1938 by the colonialists. That's where we still are. It's not a very good rosy picture.
Okay.
However, we have started in earnest the plans to construct a very good modern assembly, ultra-modern assembly, which will house all our employees, and a ultra-modern chamber akin to that you see in National Parliament. We want to bring it in Kakamega, so that your members of Kakamega, when you elect him, he's able to do his work comfortably and is able to legislate well, knowing very well that he's in a very comfortable environment. Because a good chamber is not just a luxury issue. It is actually a tool of trade to enable that particular MCA to represent his member very well. We would like to ensure that that happens. Secondly, I would like to have a time when each member is having his own office at his constituency, whereby he's able to serve members on each particular, from each particular ward. So that if a member has an issue, he does not have to go all the way to Kakamega to get his MCA or to go to his house in the morning because he does not have an office. So we want to construct an offices for each MCA so that when the service can be closer to the people, they can get their representative clearly and down at the grassroots to enable development actually sprout and move at lightning speed in Kakamega County.
Okay, great. That will be a wonderful legacy. Now, one thing that I love about Mheshimiwa is that he keeps on looking for opportunities for the youth from Kakamega County. He's knocked onto our doors as RCM College, asking us to sponsor. Now, Mheshimiwa, out of this great podcast, we shall be able to sponsor 5 students that you will be able to appoint yourself. Yeah, 5 students will be sponsored courtesy of Mheshimiwa.
Kudos.
Yeah, and we basically offer CPA, CASLEB courses, and NEC. The courtesy of Mheshimiwa, 5. So Mheshimiwa, please, the earlier you give me the names, the better. Otherwise, it has been a pleasure hosting Mheshimiwa at RCM Studios. Mheshimiwa, you are kind, and we shall recommend this gentleman one more time, and even another time. Congratulations, because you'll win. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right.